SmackDown took place tonight in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. To start the show off, we saw some superstar arrivals, including the Bella Twins, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, Julia with Kiana James, and we also saw Tiffany Stratton. And I think they showed Kit Wilson and then Jelly Roll all arriving in the building in Pittsburgh for tonight's show. And let me say, I'm starting to feel a little bit better about WrestleMania season. Maybe it's just because we're going to enter April soon. This was the last SmackDown of March. It feels like we're getting a little bit closer to the big show. The card is finally coming together. We got most of the matches now set. 8 matches, probably going to end up maybe 14. We had 14 last year, counting both nights. So we know at least the majority of the matches by now. Things are starting to come into place. Randy Orton kicked off the show. He was very over in Pittsburgh. Talks about the voices in his head like his theme song that he actually hates. I don't know if he still hates it. And then he's interrupted by Matt Cardona. He immediately hits Randy Orton in the head with the microphone. We go backstage, and Trick Williams went up to Nick Aldis, who told Trick he's going to have a match at WrestleMania, which Trick's obviously very excited. Then Sami Zayn walks in with a receding hairline. It's just very noticeable now. He walked up to Trick, congratulated him, and then Aldis told Sami he doesn't have a spot for him at WrestleMania right now. Sami walked away, then he turned back and took a cheap shot right at Trick Williams. The Bella Twins were out next, and we had Brio and Nikki, who, by the way, I can just say Nikki looking great tonight. Then after the break, Randy Orton was yelling at Nick Aldis backstage after Cardona attacked him. He wants a match with him tonight. Aldis made the match. And then Charlotte Flair came out to a nice pop, followed by the lovely Alexa Bliss, who of course gets a nice pop no matter where she goes. She's always over. She's been getting big pops now for over a year since she's been back. Unfortunately, the irresistible force as Nia Jax and Lash Legend, who are tragically the women's tag team champions, came out. They're insufferable on the mic, especially Nia. Her voice is so obnoxious. Go away. Nia Jax being on WrestleMania, but Io Sky is not. That by itself is grounds for Triple H's dismissal. And there's been plenty of other things that could be ground for his dismissal. Just that alone. They're going to put Nia Jax and Lash Legend on WrestleMania, but Io Sky is going to be probably left off the card. She might appear on the show, but she won't actually have a match, which is what she's best at, wrestling. Fuck Triple H, man. That's grounds for dismissal. His entire creative team should be dismissed by TKO for that bullshit. Anyway, we have Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair taking on the Bella Twins, Brie Bella and Nikki Bella. Bella's got to hit on Alexa Bliss for a while. They really beat her up. She took a lot of punishment here. Then Charlotte Flair got the hot tag, went wild. The Bellas hit probably the worst heart attack of all time on Alexa Bliss. One of them just didn't know when to drop her, and Alexa, I think, tried to save it, but it looks so bad. Eventually, Lash Legend takes a cheap shot at Alexa Bliss as the referee is distracted, and Brie Bella rolls up Alexa Bliss, gets right on top of her, practically more of a pinfall, pins Alexa Bliss, Brie pins Alexa 1, 2, 3. Fortunately, Alexa, who's very over, loses to one of the worst female wrestlers of all time, Brie Bella. Then Lash and Nia beat up both teams after the match. They're about to hit their finisher on Alexa, and Lash is like ragdolling her, but then Bayley and Lyra Valkyria come out for a surprise appearance to make the save for Alexa, and then the faces stand tall, but then Charlotte shoves Nikki. This was done to build up the match on Raw, which Bayley and Lyra are not winning the belts on Monday night. We're going to get new tag team champions. It's just not going to be the women's tag team champions, but that's look forward to on Monday in Madison Square Garden, in the Big Apple. R-Truth and Damian Priest were backstage. Jelly Roll congratulated them. I mean, this was the Jelly Roll show tonight, by the way. For the win last week. I mean, he has to talk to everyone. He always has to give everyone motivate. He's like a motivational speaker for the WWE locker room. That's what a Jelly Roll is now. I don't know. The fans got annoyed by him by the end of the night, but we'll get to that. So Truth thought he was Dom. That's stupid. Come on. And then Rhea Ripley showed up, and R-Truth thinks it's a Judgment Day reunion. Eventually, Jelly has to give Rhea Ripley a prep talk. He has to motivate Rhea Ripley, for fuck's sakes. Eventually, Jelly and Truth leave, and then Rhea tells Damian Priest Congratulations on being champion. He tells her to take care of business against Jade. We go backstage to see Charlotte Flair consoling Alexa Bliss after their loss. Then the Bellas walked in, and Charlotte and Alexa were both upset at them that Lash got involved. The Bellas are really bad. They're awful, talking. They just feel so dated. It's so obvious because all the women are just natural now. It's like they're still in that diva mode. It's what they know. And Nikki isn't that bad, but Brie, I thought, oh, she's so bad. Everything on Brie Bella, I think, is awful. I think Brie Bella is one of the worst female wrestlers ever. They've ever had. I think she's horrendous. She's awful on the mic. Nikki, I think, her career is probably solid. It's fair to say she had a decent career in WWE. Nikki Bella, I don't think it's nearly as bad as her sister. I've always thought Brie was awful. Never thought Nikki was that bad. Even though I thought she was overpushed when she was dating John Cena. Maybe, I don't know, I think with Brie Bella, I'm going to most remember her for when she kicked Liv Morgan in the head really hard. Like, it was like a head kick, an MMA head kick, and it gave Liv a concussion. That happened like 8 years ago. That's what I'm probably going to most remember Brie Bella for in her career. I just think she's a really bad talent, and I really don't want to see her back at all. I'm not a fan. I have no problem really with Nikki coming back. I'm okay with it. And I really like that AJ Lee is back. I think she's a good performer, but Brie, of that era, Brie was awful, man. Anyway, Rhea Ripley was out next. She called out Jade and her crew, B-Fab and Mishin, who came out. The heels got really a lot of heat here in Pittsburgh. They hated them. And by the way, the crowd in Pittsburgh was alive tonight. This was a good crowd. Usually the crowds of the last few weeks have been dead. The Pittsburgh crowd came to make some noise tonight. They paid their money. Of course you do. You go to a WWE event, you're going to pay a high ticket price, but they did make some noise tonight. You have to give them that at least in Pittsburgh. Mishin and B-Fab are jealous that they don't get the same opportunities that Rhea Ripley gets. I thought Jade was really bad on the mic tonight. B-Fab then faces Rhea in a match. We get Rhea and B-Fab. Jade attacked Rhea quickly, causing a DQ. Then the three of them beat down Rhea Ripley. They left her laying in the exact same way they did last week. Rhea gets beat up. All I'm thinking is, okay, Io Sky is going to be in Rhea Ripley's corner at WrestleMania. Io is going to have a spot. She's going to be at WrestleMania, just not on WrestleMania, if you know what I mean. She's not getting a match. But I do think Rhea is eventually going to get back up, and it's going to be Io Sky. Kit Wilson talks to the Miz backstage after last week. I don't give a shit. Danhausen showed up and cursed Kit. After the break, Kathy Kelly interviewed a hurting Drew McIntyre as he walked into the arena. He cuts a promo on Jacob Fatu. Jelly Roll was out next to a pop. He lost even more weight. I mean, why is he Jelly Roll anymore? I mean, that name doesn't even work. He's skinny. He's not skinny, but like he's not obese anymore. It's like that name doesn't work. And then Kit Wilson was out next. Kit read a poem. Whatever. You got Jelly Roll and Kit Wilson. I thought they actually they're having a match. Pittsburgh likes Jelly at first, and then Jelly hit a chokeslam for the win. He celebrated with his son afterwards. He really shouldn't have a WrestleMania match this year, guys. Matt Cardona was warming up for his match. After the break, we got a Roman Reigns CM Punk video package. They had some stiff competition tonight. When they're doing Raw video packages, that tells me, I don't think the rating is going to be too good tonight. They're going up against the NCAA college basketball tournament. It's a Sweet 16 tonight. He had some games. He had Duke playing tonight. I think he had Michigan and Alabama playing. So I think that was the issue. Just had some tough competition. The MFT is backstage, surrounded by the Lantern. Solo's upset with Tama. Solo apologizes for his behavior last week after the MFT left. And Carmelo Hayes challenges Tama Tonga. Nakamura said something to him before being confronted by Tama Tonga. Not much to say here. Carmelo Hayes was out next. Sami Zayn turned out to be the mystery opponent, but right after Sami comes out, lights went out and Trick Williams comes out, who was very over in Pittsburgh, and we get the United States Championship match. This is the open challenge. Carmelo Hayes defending his title against Sami Zayn. So they were having a really good matchup here. Trick took the U.S. Championship belt in the match. He threw it in the ring to Sami. Then as the referee was distracted, Trick hit Carmelo Hayes by mistake. He was going to try to do a sucker patch on Sami, but he hit Carmelo. And then Carmelo's on the corner. And Trick is now down. He doesn't know what's going, he knows what's going on, but he knows he fucked up. And then Sami takes advantage, finally hits the haluva kick onto Carmelo Hayes. 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn is your new United States champion. He regains the belt after he lost it to Ilya Dragunov, who then would go on to lose it to Carmelo Hayes. Sammy gets it back. He's U.S. champion again, and he is now going to WrestleMania. Backstage, Kathy Kelly interviews Jacob Fatu. He says he wants to speak to the people live tonight. I thought Kathy was a little bit too, she was wearing too much clothing tonight, if you know what I mean. They show us some people in the crowd. They showed Pittsburgh Steelers, the football team Pittsburgh, in the crowd tonight. Sami Zayn talks to Nick Aldis after his win. Nick tells him he's going to defend the belt against Trick Williams at WrestleMania. Hopefully Carmelo Hayes can get in the match. Don't have high expectations for that match as a singles, but Carmelo in there, they'll have a good match. It'll be a fun triple threat. Jacob Fatu was out next. He got What Chance because he was pausing too much during his promo. Look, I don't like What Chance either, but at least Pittsburgh was making noise. At least they had some fucking soul tonight compared to these previous fucking crowds we've seen. And then Drew comes out. He said he's never attacked Jacob all those months ago, so he's saying he wasn't the guy who took him out. So that eventually they're going to have to pay that off. I mean, it was kind of similar to what they were doing this year with what they did last year when they did the whole Jade Cargill storyline. It was revealed that was Naomi who was the one who took her out. They're kind of doing the same thing here. But, I mean, they didn't pay it off at WrestleMania. Someone took out Jacob. We just don't know who it was. And they really just haven't paid it off yet. So, Drew calls Jacob Fatu a criminal. And he said, screw your kids to Jacob. Aldis comes out and made a match at WrestleMania between them. But the match will be unsanctioned. Drew gets to have basically the same match he had last year against Damian Priest. Yeah, I mean, they'll have a fun match. It'll be the weapons match we get every year at WrestleMania, usually. Well, that's what it'll be. Backstage, Jelly Roll apologized for what happened last week between Cardona and Randy. Didn't care much for this. Cardona didn't want Cody involved in his match. Then Zelina Vega and Aleister Black mock Matt Cardona. No spot for them at WrestleMania for Aleister. He's not going to WrestleMania this year. Backstage, Tiffany Stratton, looking great, by the way, headed to the ring, and then Chelsea Green was like wheeling up to her in her wheelchair. She wanted them to be a pair, to be on the same page again. But then Tiffany just kind of ignored her. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if Chelsea's getting a spot at Mania. I don't know if Tiffany's going to get on the card. The way it was set up tonight, it's probably not going to happen. They'll probably just be on the SmackDown the night before WrestleMania. Julia was out next to no reaction, of course, and she was with Kiana James. After the break, Tiffany Stratton came out, and we get the Women's United States Championship match with Julia defending her title against Tiffany Stratton. So Julia got the heat for a while, then Tiffany made a babyface comeback. Tiffany was wearing her bra, by the way, very low, and that was very nice to see. You're just waiting for her to have a wardrobe malfunction. It's like, oh my God, Tiffany, I get it. Yeah, we know how good you look, but she's going to have a wardrobe malfunction. The screen's going to go black, so we're not going to even get to see it. But Kiana James distracted Tiffany Stratton as she was going for the prettiest moonsault ever. So when she finally hit the moonsault, Julia is the one who got her knees up, and it gave her time to recover. Julia then rolls up Tiffany Stratton 1, 2, 3. Julia defeats Tiffany Stratton, retains her belt. I think it was pretty obvious when Carmelo Hayes lost his United States Championship that they weren't going to do two title chains for the U.S. belt on the same show. Same thing's probably going to happen on Monday on Raw. I don't think they're going to get two tag team titles. I think the Usos will lose the belts to Austin Theory and Logan Paul, but I think, unfortunately, Nia Jackson, Last Legend, fucking suck. Shittiest team in the company. They fucking are horrible. They're going to beat Bayley and Lyra, or at least they'll be a DQ. They're not losing the belts on Raw. I think Bayley and Lyra will get into the WrestleMania match. It'll be a Fatal 4-A women's tag team match. For Tiffany Stratton, I don't know if she's getting on the card. I don't think Julia's getting on this card because it looks like now she's going to WrestleMania. By WrestleMania, she will be Women's U.S. Champion. It's just a matter of if she's going to actually be at WrestleMania. I'm not sure she is. So backstage, Kathy Kelly was interviewing Bayley and Lyra Valkyria on why they showed up tonight. Not much here. Just setting up the match on Raw at MSG. Randy Orton was talking to the phone with someone who we really don't know who it was. They show us their Vegas Strip, the Las Vegas Strips from WrestleMania. It's really nice to look at all the sites, all those nice hotels and casinos lighting up. There's the green one, which is the MGM. Then there's some that are like golden. The Bellagio water fountains. It's nice to look at. It still is. Even though I'm kind of sick of them being in Vegas again this year, don't want them to be. It is nice to look at the Strip, all the nice sights compared to some of those other cities. It is kind of cool just to see Vegas, just to look at the sights. Then they they give us a Obafemi Brock Lesnar video package. So the two nights, by the way, have separate graphics. Saturday is gonna have a Wild Wild West team, while Sunday has like a neon blue city lighting. So it's like neon blue. That's the theme for Sunday. That makes sense because Las Vegas is neon. It's neon lighting everywhere. If you've been, which I have, it's neon lights. So Sunday's the neon lights. Saturday is the Wild Wild West theme, kind of like the old Las Vegas. That's what it looks like. That's what they're kind of going for. That old Vegas, not the strip, like the older Las Vegas. You know what I mean if you've been. That's Saturday's theme, and Sunday is the neon modern theme. Last year did the same. I think last year the Saturday one had the cards, was all cards, and I think Sunday was like the city. I'm pretty sure, or the skyline. I'm not sure. I forget exactly what it was, but yeah, it's pretty obvious. Cody Randy is going to be. The reason why I know Saturday has the Wild Wild West team is it's Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton. That's a Saturday night main event. While Punk and Roman has the neon lighting, that'll be the Sunday main event. They previewed the WrestleMania card. They didn't preview SmackDown next week, so I don't think we even know anything that's going to happen on SmackDown next week. I don't know where the show's going to be. Then after the break, they promote the WWE Hall of Fame. So Bad News Brown is in. That's nice. Nice to hear. Another legacy induction. Someone else very worthy of a traditional Hall of Fame induction. Unfortunately, Dennis Rodman is. So you have Sid Vicious. You had Bad News Brown being fucking reduced to legacy inductions, while that fucking loser, Dennis Rodman, gets a fucking regular Hall of Fame induction. Bullshit. Fuck Dennis Rodman. I don't want to see him. I'm not going to even watch his speech. I'm going to go in my bathroom break. Oh, God. That's bullshit. That really annoys me. Anyway. So we got the main event. Randy Orton gets Matt Cardona. Randy brutally attacked the hand. Kit Wilson then ran it. Kit Wilson. Then he hit an RKO for the win. I saw a hit. I thought I read Kit. Sorry, on my notes. Randy crushed him, and then Cody arrives via tour bus, and he walks past the production trucks and heads into the arena. And I love this. This was probably one of my favorite parts of the show because Cody's like walking to the arena to the ring, and like as he's walking, Randy Orton's theme is playing, and the whole time, so it's like voices, and Cody's coming out. It's like Goldberg. It was like a Goldberg entrance in a way where he's making his long entrance, but instead it's the Randy Orton theme song. It's a visual that'll never happen again. It's just something that I thought it was cool the way it was set up. I actually liked it. Then he shakes Jelly Roll's hand in the back. God, this is the Jelly Roll show tonight. Then finally Cody is out. Nick Aldis and security try to stop him. Cody goes right after Randy. Security tries to hold him back. I wonder who Randy was talking to on the phone. Cody beats up Randy on the announce booth. Eventually, the security kind of stops it, and like there's so many of them in the ring. Aldis was there, and I think I saw Jason Jordan there. Eventually, Jelly Roll got in the ring. Is he going to make a Travis Scott run-in WrestleMania? Is that what's going to happen? That's what we're happening. And then Randy Orton hits an RKO to Jelly Roll, which got cheered. I was cheering too. Like, yeah. I mean, you're going to get Randy Orton cheered so loudly at WWE, or sorry, at WrestleMania, WWE. They're going to cheer Randy Orton like crazy. Now he RKO's Jelly Roll is getting on everyone's nerves, it seems like. But like, I'm thinking, oh no, Jelly Roll's not going to make a Travis Scott run-in. Instead of hearing the Fiend thing, are we going to hear that country song? Like, oh, God, no. Jelly Roll's going to make a WrestleMania run-in. No, I don't think so. But it was fine. I thought SmackDown tonight was definitely a better show. And I don't know how it's being perceived online. I don't even read wrestling news sites anymore. I don't read anything. I'm not on social media reading about wrestling anymore. I'm done with that. I just watch the show, enjoy them, review them, and I've kind of cleared my head. So maybe I've been a little bit more positive as of late because I'm not on the internet. It's all so negative all the time, but I'm starting to enjoy the WrestleMania build up a little bit more, and it feels like the road to WrestleMania is starting to go a little bit more smooth as we head into Las Vegas for the second consecutive year.